Hello and welcome, student. This is the second part for lesson women empowerment. So this is the topic. Let's begin. Women learning today. Earlier we have discussed about three women, that is Pandita Ramabai, Rashundari Devi and Rokia Shekhawat Hussain, for their extraordinary work in women's educational rights. And we have also learned that how they started reading and how they came to know about education, how they were able to achieve it, and what difficulties they have got. Some of them started reading in the kitchens, learning. So, providing the same schooling facilities to children of all communities and class, especially girls, continues to be a big challenge, which they overcome. So, as per the 1961 census, in a census, detailed information about the population of the country is collected after every 10 years. So you already know about it. I think from 1961 the census was started, and 40% of men over the age of 7 were literate in that census. That is a detailed information about the population of the country, and that means they could write their name. 40% of men over the age of 7 were literate. That is, they could write their name. In India, those persons who were able to read and write their name in one language or two, they they were termed as literate. So while only 15% women were literate, that they can write somehow their name. So in the 2001 census, the figures rose to 76% for men and 54% for women. But the gap continues to exist. So there's a gap. Yes. What is the gap? You could imagine here. The gap is in between 40 to 50% when first census was started. If you analyze the literacy rate table as per the 2011 census, you will find that there is still a wide gap in literacy levels of females and males, especially in rural areas. Because rural areas were the worst affected areas in terms of stereotypes. So, still in many parts of the country, girls do not get equal opportunity in matters of education. They are expected to do household work. Even when they are sent to a school due to societal pressure, they are married off at an early age and so are compelled to leave the school. So, urban, you could see the males percentage, rural, you could see the males percentage, females, you could see that. So, rural 58 only, females 79.92 for urban areas, compelled to leave the school. Now, let's see the literacy rate. Study the graph if it is given here. This is the graph, primary, elementary, and secondary. Percentage of boys and girls who leave schools from different social groups. Boys, girls, SC and ST. So OBC is not there. SC and ST is there. So study the graph given below to see that more girls drop out of school than boys. Many girls are required to leave schooling due to poverty. So they don't have money. In our society, boys get the first preference. So that means if there are two child of a parents, and one girl and one boy child is there, male child is there, then what will happen if the parents doesn't have money to provide education, and only one can somehow he can manage, then the girl will not study, the boy will only study. So in our society, boys get the first preference. So whenever there is an economic crisis in the family, girls are the first to be pulled out of school. Many a time students have to travel long distances to reach school, and in the absence of school bus and vans, parents consider it unsafe for girls to undertake long journey to school. In general, there is a high dropout rate among children out of the scheduled tribes and scheduled caste. So highest dropout comes from SC and ST. So in rural areas, children quit schooling due to lack of schools and teachers. Another reason is that the children of SC and Adivasi communities are often discriminated against by the upper sections of the society. With this, we can easily understand that the upper section of the society discriminate the lower sections of the society, and we have seen that the distance also creates some problem, and girls were not safe everywhere, and the money problem, economic crisis, these type of problems were there, which led children to drop out from their school. They were not able to study in the school. So we will discuss women's movement in the next class.